What's up, guys and gals? Red Icing back again to talk for a short time about Persona 5. However, this video is more of a criticism rather than an analysis or theory video. Ever since Trailer 4, something just has been bothering me. Something that really doesn't matter unless you are a veteran Persona fan or just like a game to be more difficult. Yes, today we are talking about Persona 5's difficulty. And from what we have seen, it seems too easy, and as more details come out, the more easier the game gets when compared to past titles. For this video, I will take a look back at previous titles and their mechanics, but spoilers will be avoided, so you don't have to worry about that. Two disclaimers need to be said for this video. You know, the usual ones. Some of this video is theoretical, and not everything I say is concrete info, and I would like to say that I am not an expert. Just a fan and a researcher. If you see a mistake of mine, point it out and I will put a correction in the annotations. Now, let's take a look at this topic, which doesn't really matter, but may cause some minor issues. First, I have to start off by saying that I know you can choose your difficulty and how you want to play. It's no point of mine to tell you how to play. Enjoy the game your own way. I am just concerned about where they set the bar, since that will affect higher difficulties for those that wish to play at those levels. If you have played more than one title of the main Persona series, you know how the games have become progressively easier over time. Persona 1 and 2 were basically just grind fests. Of course, I mean RPG style grind fests, not the I have parental issues or little respect for myself kind of grind fests. Persona 3 made the difficult portions into a cheesy energy mechanic that could throw you for a loop if you weren't careful. And Persona 4 was basically a breeze after the second dungeon. I have to say right now, I will forever hate those Gigas or Gigas from the steamy bathhouse dungeon. Crit chaining is very annoying when you're on the losing side of it. Persona 5 seems to have continued this lowering of the hardships trend at this point, and it gets me wondering. But first, I will point out the evidence from trailers and articles. The first bit of evidence comes from Trailer 4, where we are able to see the baton touch mechanic for the first time, which allows the player to switch to another teammate of their choice for a follow-up attack. I covered this a little back in my trailer analysis video, but I'll repeat it here. The system seems to only be restricted by SP, which was a factor in past Persona games as well. But from the looks of it, it erases an issue faced during the past games. In the past games, you would often down one opponent with a certain elemental attack, but afterwards you would usually have to be attacked waiting for the next teammate's turn to come up, which would weaken the other enemies on the field. This attack by the enemy would lower your health points, and after the battle you would have to use Dia to heal your teammates, which burned up SP. This baton pass mechanic seems to erase the lost SP from healing after battle. This means that there will be more grinding and leveling up will be easier unless they increase the standard percentage for level requirements. And also, they could lower amount the days to take down a boss compared to previous titles to also even it out. The second bit of evidence is more recent. In an article, it was stated that the player can switch out teammates any time throughout the dungeon without having to return to the entrance. This is significant as the increase in elemental types and elemental usefulness while being bound to specific teammates becomes more important. This means that at certain points in a dungeon, you could face enemies with weaknesses not among your party members' skill sets, excluding the MC's wildcard ability, of course. This freedom of switching teammates seems both a set requirement to play, but an easier gameplay experience too. I am all for it, since once I got Teddy on my team in P4, Chie just fell to the back list and remained there since I like to load up my team with healers. Now it seems I could take the time to level up the entire team at the same time if I want to. So more options, I'm more for it. The third bit of evidence comes from the new information about safe houses within some articles. Safe houses are scattered throughout the dungeon, giving a point of entry or exit to the dungeon. I don't know as of yet if it will nullify the Persona 4 mechanic of being able to return to the top floor you have visited when you come back to the dungeon. Whatever the case may be, these safe houses seem to be able to give an area of rest to the player and also gives a point of reference to the GameFAQs guide makers. It is not known at this time, or at least to me, if returning to a safe room will heal the party members in any way. It may just be a save point location where you could talk to teammates. Either way, it allows for safer grinding and better choice making on whether you want to progress further or not. So, that is the evidence given to us so far, and I might have missed something, so help me out if you have heard something more and have the time. The last thing I will touch on this subject is why Atlas and Persona Studios would do this. Just like the god-awful Episode 1 of Star Wars, Persona 5 is a chance to add new fans to the series, since the last rendition was a long time ago, but not in a galaxy far away. How can you attract new players if it is too difficult? They have focused on this fact enough that they have put in what's called a safety difficulty, which I have to think is something along the lines of Mass Effect's story mode difficulty or the original Wolfenstein game's baby difficulty. Yeah, there are some people out there who are just interested in the story, so this difficulty is for them. But it also seems a cop-out for people who won't truly play and experience the game. But it is not my job to judge, and I am just happy that we have more people playing the game. Also, before I wrap up this video, I must ask the other Persona fans who have been looking into these same subjects, something that is very important to me. I have kept my eye out for one specific detail since I started this Persona series on YouTube, but as of yet, I haven't seen evidence of it. For those of you wondering what I'm talking about, it's an autosave function. Since almost every game out there has an autosave function, I am wondering if Persona 5 will follow suit. It's an iffy subject to talk about since it could save your ass, but also screw you over if you rely on it too much. Even though there are issues, an autosave could work as long as there are multiple autosave spots separate from the hard saves. So if you see anything close to it, please tell me. Well, that's the end of this video, and again I must ask. Am I wrong in some way, or did I forget something? If I am or did, I will put a correction in the annotations. Sorry this video seemed a little clickbaity. I have been doing research on the Sphinx boss and needed to make an easy video so I could get back to it. So I want to know, what is your opinion on the difficulty? Do you have any theories or questions on this subject? Leave a comment down below, and if you want me to reply to it, start it off with the word red and I'll get back to you. Thanks again for watching, guys, and again, I cannot think of a closer. So,
goodbye.